Hello and welcome to Conversations with Body and Mind with myself, Nirvana Lange. Body and Mind is your health and wellness online directory. And coming up today, I'll be chatting to Elton Greeve, and he's going to tell us all about Eloquent Natural Oils. Good morning, Elton. How are you?
Good morning, Nirvana. Great. Thanks and you, and thanks for having me on the show.
I look forward to chatting and finding out a little bit more about what you do. But let's find out a little bit more about Elton. And, you can tell us about you and your wife, Chantal, are in this business together. So tell us a little bit how this all started. What's the sort of background? What made you guys go into these natural oils?
Thanks, Nirvana. Yeah, we've been traveling quite a bit. We've been around the country. I've been international, my wife as well. I've been in agricultural sector for close to 26 years. My wife's been in the private sector for close to 20 years. And we spent quite a bit of time down in the Western Cape, and we were exposed to quite a bit of extract oils and that kind of industry, especially within the wine and gin segments of it. And we got a lot of exposure to it, a lot of exposure of plant material, different varieties and the uses. And post COVID, we came up to KZN where we were born. We basically lived and schooled here. We came back home. And we found an opportunity to actually do business up here within what we would see as a niche market. And from there, yeah, we established the business. Both her and I worked together, different roles and responsibilities. And our background has basically been in various business elements, various segments, but we both found a common passion for the essential oils industry. And that's basically a high level introduction to where we're at. We are based on the South Coast, and we are running a business from here as a couple, but we are looking at running a business as joint and respected business partners in this business.
Well, that sounds amazing. And I can't wait to hear about these essential oils. I do massage, and so I love essential
Cool.
oils. So Eloquent Essential Oils, that's what you call yourselves. Let's get into, the benefits, what you have to offer. Just, sell your business to us.
Sure. Yeah, the name Eloquent Natural Oils came from a concept of offering people essential oils within an authentic and professional manner. We all know that essential oils are out there, but you get various types. We decided to focus on two elements, quality and authenticity, from both the business perspective and the product. And we both agreed that within the local market, there is a huge gap between the understanding of essential oils and the actual essential oils. We all know what they do, but we all don't know what the quality and the benefits of them are. We were quite fortunate in the sense that we were exposed to a network of producers on the South Coast within the essential oils industry. And I'm not too sure how many people know this, but KZN, especially the South Coast, is very ideal for the production of essential oils, distillation. And we have quite a huge setup down here, various producers. We then decided to use that opportunity to gain access to these oils and actually start a campaign of educating people about our oils. For us, it's not just about selling the oils, it's about information sharing and actually educating people about the benefits, the uses, and actually how you can move away from the commercial side of medicine to the traditional. We call it traditional because our forefathers used it. Everybody used it beforehand, and we just need to go back into that. We focused on two elements. The one is the aromatherapy, which we would generally call your fragrant oils, and then your homeopathic in a pseudo kind of way, not the full type, but we will call it more the medicinal oils. In those two segments, we focused on the tea tree oil and the eucalyptus oil and the black castor oil in the medicinal side of it. And in our premium range, we focus on the oils like sweet orange, rosemary, lemon tea tree, and the more fragrant oils. So we offered two aspects, but our focus was taking the oil and matching it to people's needs. So when someone has a specific need for a specific oil, we can match that according to what we see as the benefits of the oils. We all know that each oil has a different benefit. Each health element or health challenge that we have has a specific oil or range of oils that can address that. And our focus was on providing people with authentic, genuine, and pure oils that can address certain health ailments. And that's where the business concept developed from. We're now going into the 7th month of the business. We've got a lot of local exposure, and it has been a really good journey engaging people, speaking to them, and just getting people to understand the benefits of essential oils and what they actually mean.
Mm. So, Elton, if I can just, I'm never without tea tree oil in my bag. I'm always have tea tree. So, like, just some of the things that I can think of, like major headaches, people that suffer from migraines. Like, what is the type of oil that you recommend for something like that?
For me, it's and for my wife as well. We commonly look at, firstly, before we actually go to the oil, what are the common causes of it? You know, migraine, what triggers it? Is it stress? Is it health related? Is it environmental? Because each of those elements contribute to a certain health challenge, in this case, a migraine. And for us, if it's someone that is in a very stressed environment, very battling to cope with life stresses, we go with a calming oil like rosemary. Use it on your temples, sniff it, use it in a diffuser. Or if it is really a respiratory kind of thing where sinusitis or something like that actually leads to common complications, we prescribe a eucalyptus oil or tea tree oil. And then again, if you've got general problems with in terms of wounds, etc., we go with the tea tree oil. But the tea tree oil is basically the jack of all trades of the essential oils.
Yeah.
It can be used for multiple uses: sinus, bacteria, antibacterial, anti-infection, for your headaches on your temples. It can be used for cleaning, disinfecting. So it is a multi-tool.
I
And then,
always,
of course,
sorry, Elton.
sorry, Karen.
I always say to people, you can use tea tree oil for anything other than your orifices. That's the only
Exactly.
places you do not use tea tree at. Yes.
Use at your own risk.
Yeah, absolutely. Just going back to the migraines and things like maybe your eyes or spending too much time in front of a screen or something like that can also cause migraines. What
Correct.
would you then also recommend, the tea tree, or was it more rosemary?
No, I would not recommend tea tree for use around the eyes, because tea tree is such a potent
I'm
essential oil.
I'm just thinking about the
Yes.
temples.
Yeah,
So,
the temples. The temples, yes, I would go with tea tree oil, rosemary, or eucalyptus.
mm,
The more fragrant, more pungent kind of oils that actually do give you a sensory relief,
mm,
because you want to have the relief of the pain as a migraine, but you want to have the sensory one as well. So when you look at fragrant oils like lemon tea tree, I don't know if you've tried lemon tea tree
I
before.
haven't.
It's a
Sounds
it's
amazing.
a totally natural plant
Mm,
that is lemon fragrant, but has the packing power of tea tree oil. And for that, you actually get a dual purpose. You get a fragrant oil,
mm.
but the benefits of tea tree oil. So a lot of people use it on their clothes, use it in their lotions, apply it on their hair, or apply it on their temples or nose, etc. And it provides two elements. It provides a medicinal remedy and a sensory one, in the sense of the fragrance, the calming, the rejuvenation. We
Mm.
must remember that quite often a migraine is very debilitating.
Of course.
And you're just looking for something to refresh you and energize you. And between the lemon tea tree and the rosemary oil, that works well. And then in the evening, the one that works well for tired eyes, migraines, etc., is the castor oil, because it relaxes you, makes you sleep, and it's got immense. But the black castor oil, I must emphasize, black castor oil, that has immense relaxation powers, anti-inflammatory. It addresses numerous ailments, and quite often in the evenings when you use that, you wake up in the morning, it actually has a calming and we call it like a detoxing of the body and mind.
So would you recommend that also for something like joints and restless legs? I've got restless legs
Correct.
quite badly sometimes. It depends on how active I am. And then at nighttime, my legs just, my joints and legs goes crazy. So would that be the black, what did you call it?
Castor oil.
Castor
Black
oil.
castor oil.
Mm.
Yes, the black castor oil is actually the biggest seller in our range, because it's almost like the multi-tool of the essential oils industry. It addresses numerous ailments, and there's two ways of applying it. One is directly onto the feet and the joints, especially at night, but you can sometimes during the day. It does make you sleepy. The second is on a cotton wool, uh, bit of cotton wool. Dab some on and put it in your navel at night when you go to bed. It
Ah,
then accesses the system via your navel. We must remember that as kids, we were fed through our navel when we were in our mom's tummy.
of
So
course.
the navel is actually one of the best places to absorb something like that. And the castor oil then, if you've applied it on your joint on the outside, it works from the outside. And if you apply it via the navel at night, it actually absorbs into the system and works from the inside. The important part, however, is to remove it in the morning because it does make you sleep. It
Mm,
also detoxes you because we must remember that a lot of our ailments are caused by imbalances in the body.
mm,
Yes, it might feel like a physical external factor, but quite often we either have an imbalance, and the castor oil acts as a detoxer, but also it balances the system by rejuvenating elements that are lacking or reducing those that are too much. So
okay.
black castor oil is a very good one. I do not suggest drinking it. It's not one of those that, like in the old days we were given castor oil.
Castor oil,
But
yeah.
black castor oil specifically is the potent one for all. And of course, my wife always tells me I must say this, although I can't really prove it, is it's good for PMS and menopause.
Mm,
We've had a lot of ladies use it for that, for teenagers' acne. So
mm,
there's various uses for it, and it has proven to be a very potent, very beneficial oil. And as I indicated, it is our bestseller. We
mm.
have a lot of clients that are happy with it, and we actually believe in it. It's something that gets used quite regularly.
So, Elton, one of the things that I found, we know with the economy today and prices of food and things like, we just can't see how we can get those extra few bucks to buy essential oils, especially when they are imported. And I mean, there's just no way. So,
Exactly.
how does your pricing, relate to, say, the man in the street, the sort of bread people that's on the bread line type of thing? How's your pricing?
That's exactly what we wanted to target. We felt that essential oils have become a niche, nice to have kind of thing. Whereas, as I mentioned, a lot of people are buying oils from abroad, yet we have them on our doorstep on the KZN coast. All our oils come from KZN. We
Mm,
source directly from the distillers, and why we can bring in an affordable price is, firstly, we don't have large overhead. Secondly, we source directly from the producers. We do all our processes, quality assurance, bottling, etc. in-house. So our most expensive oil is 100 Rand. And if you compare rosemary oil in a
size
pharmacy,
size
sorry, a
how
size 20 mils
for 100
for a
rands?
20, yeah.
Mm,
If you compare that, I'm not going to use brands, but if you can go and Google that, our cheapest oil is eucalyptus at 70, our black castor oil is at 70, our tea tree oil is 80 Rand for a 20 ml bottle. And the other aspect that we do is that because we are going direct, we don't have a middleman. We don't have import charges, export or transport charges. The most maybe would be a courier fee.
mm,
But we also have certification. Anybody that buys an oil from us is guaranteed that we can certify the authenticity, its testing. Now, a lot of people say to us, but you offered that oil so cheap, can it be genuine? And that's why
of
we have the
course.
backing of certificates. But it's for us, it's about getting it to people. That's why we offer our castor oil in a 50 milliliter bottle at a reasonable price of 70 Rand so that people can afford it. If
Mm,
we wanted to make money out of this, which we do want to do, but that's not the end objective.
mm.
We want to bring essential oils to people at an affordable price and an accessible manner, but also educate people about that. So our most expensive oil is 100 Rand and the cheapest is 70 Rand.
And also, I mean, at the end of the day, if we can look at how much people spend on pharmaceuticals,
Correct.
um, to have side effects or whatever the case may be, and spending a little bit on an essential oil, which is concentrated, which lasts you so much longer, and the benefits, with no side effects, unless you have some very weird allergy, which obviously, those things you would have on the bottles if you have
Correct.
certain allergies or if there's breastfeeding or
That's
pregnancy.
it.
I know with certain oils, you got to be careful. So
Correct.
where can people get hold of your product? Where can people buy this?
For us, we have an online store, but the easiest access is our website, www.eloquentoils.com. eloquent.co.za. We do have a WhatsApp catalog and a WhatsApp business number, which is 084-892-2843. And we trade all along the coastline. We do a lot of major markets and festivals where we go out and educate people. People can get hold of us. We are always available. We are online. We always engaging people, and engagements like this is very enriching for us because we like to reach people and get them to understand the oils. But most importantly for us, it's about local oils produced locally, nothing imported, nothing adulterated. It's all genuinely pure and beneficial.
Fantastic. And of course, you can go to our website, bodyandmind.coza, or our Body and Mind blog site, bodyandmindblog.coza, where you can interact with Elton and Chantal and click through to their website. Please do like and share our conversations with people that you think can gain benefit out of these wonderful conversation and meeting our awesome members. Thank you, Elton, and welcome to the Body and Mind Health and Wellness Directory.
Thank you, Nirvana, and thank you to the Body and Mind team. It's been a real privilege.
All right, no problem, Elton. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nirvana.
Goodbye.